Oh, good evening, everyone. We're back, and with functioning audio, more music, and all the fun stuff. So, and no costumes this week. So,
I missed that memo. Oh, I need to go.
Okay. So let's see here. It appears the one who did most of the mechanical roles last session is the one on the hook for a recap tonight. Malvhor!
Yeah, that'd be me. I actually used my inspiration and got a better roll from it. A much better roll.
For once. Yeah.
So,
I'll throw up some background music for you there.
There we go. Ooh.
Nope, too sad. Carry on.
I was just it struck a chord with me. So last week, we continued our journey to the forest on the other side of the Rune in pursuit of Palando and trying to figure out where he is and what happened to him. During this journey, we came across signs of dragonets and possibly even a dragon. After we had crossed the river in the north and we progressed for a certain amount of time, we were resting in a little cusp of trees when a dragon awoke up on a cliff and demanded to know who was passing through their lands. Malvhor told the party to tell Goldwyn that he loved her, because he was worried that the dragon was going to kill him as he stepped out to banter and exchange words with the dragon. The dragon, having feasted, supposedly, on a camp of Wayne riders, didn't say as much, but we can put two and two together. Sought to be entertained more than anything in the moment, and sought to have sought to be vain rather than hungry. And so what proceeded was a game of wits and charisma in the form of the dragon asking us riddles, interposed with us having to put on stories, plays, to evoke certain emotions of the dragon. And so we each, most of us, gave a story, a play, and we picked stories from our own life. Malvhor sort of took the wheel and helped everyone out, but Fig told a story about her childhood, which didn't go over well. Cirion told a story about kissing a vampire and then the vampire dying, which went over very well. Malvhor told the epic story of saving Merwin, which also went over very well and in fact saved him. And Locke was instrumental in solving a couple of the riddles. And at the end of the day, we barely, by the skin of our teeth, pleased the dragon enough that we may pass through their lands unharmed. And that is where we ended the session, leaving the dragon in our dust, quickly riding our horses, absconding from danger.
Brian showed me a meme earlier about what basically happened to Fig, and I thought it was the funniest thing with the pink blob or whatever.
Pink blob coming out of the box.
Yeah.
If anyone knows what I'm talking about. So it's like, oh, I guess I'll just show the world my true feelings. Gets smashed back in. Never again.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, you guys had a battle of wits and story and performance to please a lumbering Drake in Rune. Had you misstepped, misspoke, or perhaps just landed a few phrases a bit differently, then he may have very well have became hungry and found a need to feast. but he found your performance to his liking and allowed you to progress further. And you all leveled up. Yay!
Yay! I forgot about that. We did all level up. I did level up. I am now no longer the weakest member of the party in terms of hit points.
You are the weakest
fuck me.
link.
Fucking glass cannon over here.
No, it's Fig. Fig's the weakest.
Yeah. Roll.
If Fig was the weakest, I have some serious concerns.
Say, roll me a deception check on that one.
But definitely from the initial encounter of dragonets, very, well, mechanically medium-sized creatures, this was a much larger and winged dragon who could speak your language. Quite alarming, perhaps, to some.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
The questions we don't ask. I wanted to know its name. I didn't think of it till after the stream.
So, maybe you'll get another opportunity. But you all tarried on horseback, heading east. And that is where we're going to pick up tonight. Let's see, let's do a little switcheroony here as you all travel out eastward, heading closer and closer to the forest in the east. That was bear the mark of one of the on a map that you had found some time ago of potentially where this temple or some fortress might be located, in the hopes of finding Palando. And then luckily one of the last people to see Palando was Locke himself, who has a general idea of where he may have ended up. So let's see here. Let's go over to this one. Yeah.
Palando.
Stop it. Fine. You know what? From now on, it's Romastamo.
No, it's fine. I'm done.
I don't believe you.
I know, that was my last one, I promise. In my head, I was like,
It's
okay,
been
last
3
one.
sessions.
Yeah, 3. The 3's the magic number.
We're not playing the rule of 3s here.
I always play the rule of 3s.
Completely ignore the fact that the dragon needed 3 stories and 3 riddles.
That's 6. He needed 6 things.
The world
And that
runs
3
in
failures would have devolved into a fight. Don't look into that too much.
Is the magic? What is it? Schoolhouse Rock. 3's the magic number or something.
The thing is, like, 1 is the loneliest number you could ever do. I don't know.
No, Schoolhouse
That's a
Rock, not the
different song.
band.
Different song? Oh, am I thinking of a different one? Oops.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Am
a
I the only one
legitimate
who's
song.
seen Schoolhouse Rock?
I've seen
I've
it.
seen Schoolhouse Rock.
It's
I
been
just
a
don't
long
know
time.
the bit
like-
you're referring to.
3. Okay, never mind.
Look, you find it, you
Magic
post it
number.
in Discord, and we'll all
I
say
will find
you were
it
right.
now. Schoolhouse.
It's your birthday.
Rock.
Do whatever you want, I guess.
It's my birthday! Thank
Happy
you for
birth-
reminding me. It's my birthday.
Yes. All right.
I found it. It's going in Discord.
Good job.
I did it. Do I get more
Good job.
inspiration?
No.
Damn.
Is that how you thought that would go?
No.
Excellent. All right.
There, I feel pleased with myself.
As you all on horseback continue down the eastern path heading for the forest, is there anything anyone wishes to do while they're still on the road in the next day or so before arriving at the forest?
Change my pants after the dragon encounter.
After real briefly, like right after that, as we're leaving, I guess, I want to approach Galad or Galad. And horsies. But I'm just going to with my head down and everything, just go. Yeah, I called you an Oruk. What does that mean?
It means the music being played is no longer suitable.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, let me change. And I'm gonna start playing something else on my harp.
It's black speech.
Oh.
It's probably, at least the school of thought, is that it was derived from an elvish word long ago. Basically, to my understanding, is that it's the word used in black speech to refer to orc kind.
But you are not orc.
Last I looked in a mirror, I am not.
Yeah.
Nick got it.
Oh. Fuck.
Highbrow humor here, folks. Highbrow humor.
I'm an idiot.
Damn it. I was
I'm
in
the
character
tired one.
so
You all
much.
disappoint me.
I was in character so much it went completely over my head.
I'm the burnt out one too. I don't know. Oh God.
Okay. So, just a language thing then.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. That's fine. I don't like that at all. My persuasion is actually a 0. Guys, what'd I get? 12.
12. This sort of, you guys get into a good distance from the dragon, and you slow the horses to sort of like a soft trot for them to catch their breath. He just sort of bounces in the saddle a bit and sort of grips the reins. Words have many meanings, Aaron. Somebody like you who grew up in a world like this, I'm sure you're all too familiar in double meanings and the confusing way certain languages are carried. Once upon a time, orc kind or uruk referred to more than what we know today. Over time, orcs were bred, and they were refined, and they were created to be the shadow army, the dark envoys to this world. What many don't know, even to this day, were who the first were. There's some theories that uruks, back in the time prior to the First Age, could have been anyone aligned to Morgoth, to Angband.
I see.
If I had to wager a guess, the scent he picked up on was the shadow-touched elf you see before you.
That would make sense. Thank you for clarifying. And I will just Wait, we're on horse right now? No.
Yeah. You can be riding up alongside him, yeah.
Okay.
You're not galloping.
No, then after that, I'll kind of turn away to face forward on Wild Step, and I'm gonna have Wild Step go like 20 paces forward from everybody else to be in front and alone.
Okay. Galad just sort of watches you pick up the pace and take the head of the pack, if you will. Saddles up into the middle of the pack between the rest of you. Does she always brood like this?
More than you think.
She's pretty broody at times. But she also knows joy. You just gotta know where to look.
The brooding is new.
No, she wasn't always like this.
Not to say to you, perhaps.
Definitely for me. She sort of poured her heart out back there.
That is, most definitely the most emotion I've seen from Vig in the entire time I've known her.
It's the most she revealed since we have. Or the
That's
most.
first.
Yeah.
So that's the most you've gotten out of her. And how long have you been traveling?
Oh, maybe a season. But
Well,
she could
it's
probably.
been a... Go ahead.
I was gonna say she could probably use some comfort. That dragon shut her down pretty hard.
I'm still figuring this all out. And it's been some years since her and I had a, well, friendly conversation, if you could call it that. I wouldn't say what happened a few days ago to be friendly by any means. Needed, yes. I think deep down we both needed that, but
Hey, Galad.
you've been traveling with her. I think it may be best one of you approaches her on the matter.
That's fair. But also some advice from an individual who is younger, but perhaps maybe older in some respects than you. You never stop figuring it out. You never do figure it out, ever. And the moment you think you do, you'll realize you're wrong.
Where'd this wise old man come from?
Well, I've talked with Fig before. I can go check on her.
I'm sure it'll mean a lot to her. If you don't mind, I'm going to hang back as he looks up into the sky. Bathe in the sun a bit. It's been some time.
Not a bad plan. Enjoy it. It's a nice day out. Gotta turn and give him a smirk.
Isn't
Are you
that
flirting?
just a tad dangerous?
Thank you.
Given your affliction?
No, the sun never bothered me.
The sun never bothered me
I'm
anyway.
glad I'm not the only one who thought of that.
I don't want to play anymore.
That's interesting, though.
Well, I'll ride up to where a Fig is.
Okay.
Ugh. Lovely day, isn't it, Fig?
Is this how you start the conversation?
That's how I start many conversations, yes.
I'm gonna mute myself.
Fig's not even turning to look at Malvhor. Is there something you need?
Yeah, I just wanted to check and see how you're doing. I may not be the most insightful amongst the group, but I get the feeling that the story you told the dragon was, you may have told it in third person, but I feel like it was really someone we all know.
Perhaps.
And it's not Cirion, I can promise you that. It can't have been easy to, couldn't have been easy to open yourself up like that and tell your story. And especially to someone so antagonistic. The dragon does not care for you or your life. And I do feel partly responsible for putting you on the spot.
No, you needed a sad story, and I guess I did have the best one to give. But I'm glad he let us go when he did, 'cause I was very close to attacking.
Well, I'm glad it turned out the way it did, because I don't know how it would have gone if we tussled with that beast.
Not well, I don't think.
No, not well at all, I imagine.
Probably would have been the stupidest thing I would have done in my life.
You followed me on the road, so maybe the second stupidest thing. Tell me, Fig. What's something you remember from your childhood with great fondness?
What part?
Any part. Just what's something fond from your childhood that comforts you?
Sometimes if there are days where it feels extra lonely. I remember the long, cold days and nights I had to experience with Fig and Bjorn. And there were days I thought that the cold would triumph. That maybe I would not find food. After all, Fig and Bjorn were sleeping the whole time. But I remember those days the most because I would curl in between the two of them. And it was the most warm and safe I have ever felt in my days. And I was just always reminded of not being alone in that way. And being watched over. And warm.
That's a lovely story. I think it gives insight into who you are, Fig. And I think it's important to understand that while your past may have been very hard, may have been sad, there are also good things, good stories about it as well, that have shaped you into who you are today. And at the end of the day, you know, when I die, all I'll leave behind is a collection of stories, good and bad.
So tomorrow.
And all we can do is do our best to make sure the good stories outweigh the bad. You have had a harder life than most. Frankly, at this point, I think most of us have. But you are in control of your future. And you can shape the stories to come. And it took a lot of strength. A different kind of strength than I'm used to seeing you demonstrate. To open yourself up in front of that dragon. And I just want to let you know that I appreciate what you've done and what you did with the dragon and what you've done up to this point. Hell, if it wasn't for you, I'd be dead twice over. And your strength, your experiences, they've saved my life. They've saved countless other lives, just as others have saved you. It's the great cycle of life. And I guess the long and short of what I'm trying to say is I think you should take pride in your past. And even though we just dredged up some of the sadder parts of it, there is good to be had there too. And you are more than your sadness. There is a joy in you. You just gotta find it.
I suppose not everyone can say they were raised by bears and elves.
Most people are raised by 2 parents, let alone 4. Let alone bears.
Do you feel like you know your place, your belonging in the world? Other than Goldwyn, I suppose.
That is a difficult question to answer. I would say that there are a great many days where I don't. Right now, today, I do know where I belong. And it is right here with what we're doing, because we're doing something good. Something that needs to be done that'll save lives, and we are the only ones in the position to do it. But even the day-to-day life with Goldwyn, even that is an adventure in of itself. And for me, I find my place in the world is, I find I am, it may take me till after the fact, but I find I'm always in the spot where I need to be at the time for one reason or another. And I found to just accept it after all these years. The world will turn, and you will do your best to turn with it.
You sound like Othathor now.
Well, I guess there is some wisdom that comes with age.
To remain in the present moment with the earth. To simply live.
I think there's a lot of magic happening in the present that is too easily missed when we focus too much on the past or the future. Like, look over there, and I'm gonna point to a small burrowing mammal in the field.
Conveniently, there's a groundhog right here.
And I'm just gonna say, look at that creature. That dirty little ground-dwelling creature. It has
Haven't
no
had meat in days.
You can view the presence of that creature right now in the presence as a gift. And if we were too preoccupied with the present, with the past or the future, you might have missed it. And that creature is not concerned with the turnings of the world. It is concerned with a full belly and a warm bed. And at the end of the day, some days, those are the best things you can ask for. There's great beauty to be had, all around, and we just gotta look for it. Just gotta stop, and when I say that, I'm gonna stop Duster, and I'm gonna take a deep breath. I'm just gonna say,
I'll stop Wild Step.
I'm gonna say, you just gotta look for it, and I'm just gonna look toward the horizon.
I'll watch him, and I'll just give a small kind of like creeping smile as I do. And I'll go, and it's yet another day where you drop insightful words like this. This is a new leaf for you, Malvhor.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll try to break the habit.
No, I meant it the other day about being a good father.
And I deeply appreciate that, and to be truthful with you, I am merely concerned with just the ability to return. We've seen a lot, and we do not go into a quiet place. We do not go into a safe place. We go into a place of rage and violence. And it is important for us to come to terms that not all of us may come out of it. And to make peace with that. So, while I do hope that I get the chance to be that good father you see in me, that if I'm being open and honest with you, it is one of my concerns that I will not live to see it. On that note, I'm going to reach in my pack and I'm going to pull out a rolled piece of parchment. I was saving this for some grand moment when I'm drawing my last breath, but I think it's best if I do this now. Can I ask a promise of you, Fig?
Of course. As long as it's not the spider again.
It's not the spider. This one's a lot easier. Well, in certain ways. If I don't make it back, and I know I will, but if I don't, will you see this letter is delivered to Goldwyn?
Even if it takes my last dying breath. You know I will.
I thought I was dramatic, but I appreciate that. And I hand Fig the parchment.
Is it written already?
In real life? No.
but it's already written as he's passing.
In
Okay.
character, it's written, and if I need to write something in real life,
Gotcha.
I will
No, that's
write
fine.
something up.
Well
It will
then,
be written when the story called for it.
I guess this pertains to my next question I was going to ask. You mentioned stories to be remembered by. What stories do you want to be remembered by?
Oh, let's see. There's the...
With Galad's ears, he leans over to Locke. To live to 100?
Have I told you the story of when I was in training for the Gondorian army? And
I don't think
God's
so.
Malvhor is a story you have. We've all heard it. As have the grandchildren of the grandchildren.
and there was another recruit who was being unruly and bullying the other recruits. Well,
This wasn't Cirion, was it?
no. I didn't know Cirion at the time. This was probably when he was still a child. Mind you, this was back when I was like, what, 18? 19?
Oh.
Long time ago.
Right.
I saw the
This in her head, she's like, right, he is older.
And you see, I was able to I tried to get back at him. I really did. I tried to, set up some elaborate pranks. Tried to get him in trouble with our superiors. None of that worked out too well. Never really does. And then I got it in my head to just to talk with him, and I got him drunk one night, and he told me his life story at the time, about how his last sibling had died. His father was long gone, and his mother was ill, and we talked it out, and we were able to eventually get help for his ill mother, and she did make a full recovery, and eventually he became, he turned over a new leaf after that. And he became one of my best friends through training in a couple of the early years of my service. And it's been a long time since I've seen or heard from him, but I think that's a good story. Because sometimes most times revenge doesn't work out. And if we all would just take a little more time to sit down and talk through our problems, we could discover where the real issues lie. Anyway, that's a story I'd like to be remembered. Sorry, I feel like I'm getting a little long-winded here.
No, it's a good story, and there's a good lesson behind it. You may have feats of Fig, but now I have a feat of Malvhor to tell.
Make sure you put the dragon on my feet of Malvhor as well, because that shit was golden.
I'm sorry. I just
I
watched
will.
Robin Hood Men in Tights for the first time in a couple of years last
Oh,
night.
no.
Hearing feet of anything, I'm just like, no, great.
I'll add that to the list too. Thank you.
Of course, and I'm always here if you need a busy tongue or a listening ear.
I will still need some time to dwell on it, like everything else, but
Of course, all wounds take time to heal, both physical and ones that can't be seen.
I'm realizing we all have some wounds that come up every now and again.
Yeah, maybe sometime you should talk to Cirion about his experiences as captain of the guard at Minas. The name's escaping me.
Ethel.
Ethel.
Miss Ethel. Excuse me.
I'm sure he has a lot
cold
of.
season.
I'm sure he has a lot of trauma to work through on that subject.
He did mention a lot of it to Moore when we traveled,
And
among other times.
maybe it'd be nice if one of us talked to him about it too.
Without ale.
Without ale. I haven't
out.
broached the subject with him because it seems to be a personal subject, and I always figured when he was ready to talk about it, he'd bring it up to me. But some people need a little push, and I'm going to just give Fig just like a little push on her shoulder, which probably doesn't feel like anything at all.
It's like you shoulder checked a brick wall.
She just kind of watches and goes, huh?
Dislocates his shoulder.
I push Fig and I just die.
Falls
It
off.
just deals damage to you.
My arm.
Galad looks over to you, Cirion. Do you want to talk about your feelings?
Not in character, that's what it goes. Yes.
Suddenly, Galad's the therapy vampire in the group.
And then, like, I don't know, we'll say like a half hour passes, like, and that's why I decided to join the army.
Oh man, at this rate, my rate's gonna go up.
Do you actually answer him, by the way?
Oh, sorry. Was that a legit question for me?
Yeah, no, he asked that.
Because he's totally eavesdropping on Fig and I's conversation.
Oh, absolutely. He's got the ears. So does
Oh.
Locke.
Talk about my feelings. Well, I hope you're pouring.
God damn it. I want to hear that, so I can just be like, no ale.
I don't hear what you guys are talking about.
I don't carry anything with me that's not part of traveling rations.
Quite
Not
a
for
shame.
us, perhaps. For him.
Maybe around the fire sometime.
God, how much of you is in this character, friend? I'm
Leave me
gonna just
alone,
at
Nick.
you real quick.
Leave me alone. Don't personal attack me live, damn it.
And I have to say, for the people that can't see it in chat, I'm kind of sad because I know you guys can see it on Discord. Max breaking through the blur.
Yeah,
Oh,
I see him.
Oh,
I saw him crawl in. I was like, oh. Very well.
Well,
I tried to bond, I guess.
yes. Well, like I'm not much of the talk about my feelings. Well,
Yes, fuck you too.
I don't know, I kind well, I was gonna say and modify something, but love you too, buddy. We'll talk around the fire sometime. How about that? All right, good chat. I'm gonna kind of like go at the reins a little bit, just kind of like move a little bit more ahead.
Oh man. But as he does that, I'll give a slight nod to Malvhor, like in thanks again. And then since I had myself so far forward from the group, I'm gonna slow down Wild Step until I eventually backtrack to be next to Galad.
Malvhor will just keep
Use
in
you,
the
the
front.
long-lived races are talking here. Go away.
What?
Kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. And Locke will get out of the way.
Move, damn it!
Everyone's too damn serious today.
We
Looks
just
like I'm gonna
faced a
get
dragon.
Just enough out of.
I wasn't a
arm's
second
reach.
ago. We good?
We just faced a dragon, and in all of your words, he was an asshole.
Well, that is definitely one way to put it. Though I
Okay,
would probably
call him
consider
in,
ourselves
okay.
a little bit lucky.
For not fighting him.
Yes. Pray that it's the only one we ever see.
Hmm.
And that was a
Prayers
small
don't
one.
fix the past.
I'm sorry. Did you just say a small one?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, good. They come bigger.
Oh, much.
If I had to guess just based on texts and writing, that was probably a few hundred years old. A young Drake, if anything.
Hmm.
So still younger than Malvhor.
Mentally, perhaps.
Well,
I
it should
mean,
be a
is
few
it-
days. Well. Age
I
before
mean,
beauty.
You bastard. As much as I like to give Malvhor flack for somehow still maintaining conscious thought as a walking corpse,
Just fuck.
the simple matter is I was barely considered beyond being prepubescent at his age.
Wait, I didn't hear that. What?
When Locke was his age, he's still young.
Oh, okay. Something
You
like
should know
blipped
this,
on my side with Discord, so I thought I didn't hear it all.
You know, you're familiar with this, Aaron.
Been raised around us.
Well, shouldn't be more than a day or two from the forest from here, so I suggest we keep our eyes peeled, and hopefully that dragon was the worst of our concerns.
Malvhor pulls out his glasses, puts them on, starts looking in the distance.
He certainly better not show up again.
Yes, again, pray that's the last time we see him.
Or if we must again, at least that we have time to prepare the battlefield.
Let's hope the Valor grace us with that privilege. But to your point.
I'll just keep writing silently next to Galad.
Okay. He acknowledges your presence, but he doesn't engage in any direct conversation.
He would know her well enough to clearly see it's the vibe of, I want your presence, but don't talk to me.
Yeah. Yeah, he got that.
But it's
He pokes his head into your room. You alright? You want to talk about it?
No.
Okay.
But at the same time, like, but don't leave.
Malvor's going to
about
pull
now?
out his harp and play a very soft melody.
Soft melody. Soft melody. Let's see if this is soft enough. Good enough. Alright. You all stay the course and press on. On the next 2 sunrises, you eventually catch into your field of view in the eastern horizon a lush green forest from your perspective that slowly grows larger and larger as you get closer. There is the rolling in of storm clouds off in the far east, moving in your direction. And a cold breeze of the autumn air comes in from the northwest, but you have gotten at least this far into your destination. I require the guide, Locke, to give me a arrival check. Go ahead and roll a d8 and add 1, please.
No memento. I can grab the right tab.
Do, 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 do. 7.
7.
Very fitting.
Oh my god.
Oh, I think you guys have gotten this one before. But
I really don't like that.
you're muted, Lindsay.
Sorry, because I was typing. My brain just had a fart again. Which armband do I have? I have Talparian. No.
What
I have
does your
Laurelin.
handout say?
It doesn't.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't say which one I have. It just
Read
says
the
what.
description. You want me to rename it?
No, hold on.
The description tells you which one the gold one is.
Because I was trying to update it. Okay, I'll figure it out.
You have Larlin.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
You all bring your horses up towards the sort of southwestern edge of the tree line near the Sea of Rune. The sea itself, maybe probably about half mile or so from where you are, well within sight, but you're just sort of cusping into the... Oh wait, no, that's not right. You're way up here. Maybe if I look at my own map, you're way up there. At the sort of northwestern side of the forest. The trees here seem to be have grown large over the centuries and seem fairly well kept. You can hear the echoing of creatures coming from within, both bird and sort of small mammal alike. The trees themselves are a mix of more leaf-like trees that have changed color in the coming autumn, but there's still a decent amount of green that you spotted on the way in. At this stage, you can all see, peering in, that the light sort of goes in for probably about 15 or 20 so feet until vision sort of gets lost inside the forest. But with the rough estimate of where you are and the potential location of this destination, you'd probably be a half day's ride or so into the forest and into the general vicinity.
Well, we must proceed carefully because there's sorcery in this forest. Maybe we'll run into our old friend Thula.
He did like us, sarcastically.
I think him and I had a real connection.
Yeah, you two were so cute together. Gosh, you guys even had dinner? Well, with all of us.
Yeah, we all were there.
Still counts. We're just the third wheels.
That's a lot of third wheels.
What are you talking about?
Oh, when we went to Mordor.
Oh. Oh, that dinner. I legit was like, what the fuck? There we go.
We've really done some things.
Yeah, and some stuff.
Touchy on.
There are some stories that probably, don't need to be told.
Ever.
Are you all just having this conversation right at the tree line?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was typing something, so I'm just trying to catch up.
Well, who wants to go into the Dark Forest first?
I'll take a quick glance around at everyone, and then I'll just roll my eyes and get off Wild Step. And I'll start walking in. Holding Wild Step by the reins and leading.
Okay.
I'll follow her, and I'll just kind of whisper after I see her roll her eyes and go like, sorry, I can't turn into a fucking bear. And just follow him behind her.
Not with that
Valid
energy,
response.
you can't.
Valid response.
And I will say that underneath my breath.
Just because, there hasn't been tons and tons of opportunities for this, I'm going to ask. Nothing is being picked up with the passive perception, correct?
What is it, 21 now?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Damn.
you guys did come out of into the arrival or on the arrival phase, so the roles of the journey have been somewhat
Right.
disbanded. 21. I am just going to message something to you.
Uh-oh.
Got it.
You may not turn into a bear, but I know you're braver than that.
I just hear it's like, you know what? I appreciate that.
I'm sure we're talking about the same people.
Building each other
Fuck
up.
you
That's
too,
what I
Locke.
like to see. And there it goes.
Yep. Cirion, I think you are stronger than you believe. Even if you do run into the fray a lot more than I think you should.
Well, I wasn't taught any different, so...
Let's improve that armor for you. Have
What'd you say?
dying before the grandpa?
Oh, okay.
What about me?
Your microphone kind of like blurred there for a sec, so I was like, wait, what?
You and Galad actually have that in common a little bit.
See, I knew I liked him.
You both jump in.
Galad, how good are you with your liquor?
I don't really drink.
We're gonna have to fix
That
that.
answers it.
Is that new to me?
I wouldn't think so.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was like now vampire thing doesn't drink anymore or something or other new.
No, on the occasional feast beneath the stars, you might have some wine, but
Okay.
not like a drinker.
Oh, so just like social occasion.
Eh,
Okay.
doesn't have a whole lot of effect on him.
Fair enough.
So just make sure I caught it. Did everyone enter the forest?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I think based on the makeup, I'm either second to last or last.
Yeah.
You're second to last, I'll go in last.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, let me just do this. Okay.
No one
And
attacks the
Fig
people in
is-
the middle.
and Fig is on her feet, leading
Yup.
Wild Step.
I'm going to assume Galad's next to me. Or not. I don't know.
He can
He does
be
what he does.
if you would.
I told myself.
Like him
I
to
said I
be.
was right behind you. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I mean, he could be right beside you. I'm just.
We can be a
behind.
trio. It's fine.
Okay.
I did not mean to make that complicated. Sorry.
He can be wherever the party needs him to be. All
6 feet under.
Therapy.
As you
Jesus Christ!
That was out of character.
I'll take the therapy response. But that was pretty funny. 6 feet under. Therapy.
No, just no hesitation. God damn.
I mean, me too. Don't worry.
Man. Oh.
That's coming from a dark urge place.
Damn, I need more meat.
As you all enter the forest and you start to hear the muffled sounds of the wind rustling the tree canopies, and the plains sound sort of slowly fade away and are taken replaced with the sounds of chirping birds and rustling of bush and leaves as small creatures move about. And you can see the slight god rays piercing through what treetop is still there as the leaves do begin to change. I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh fuck.
Locke, you have advantage.
Brain empty.
Brain
Brain empty.
Oh.
Thank God for that advantage.
What are you looking for, Fig?
I was reading Vigilant Senses.
That is for ambush, I believe.
To detect nearby enemies or ambushes.
Okay,
Cannot
not a
be
perception
blinded.
check.
Cannot be blinded, deafened, or incapacitated. What'd you say? Wisdom save?
Wisdom
Sorry.
save.
Okay. Well, Bob, how'd I do? That sounds right.
10.
Actually, no. Should be better than that.
That would require you actually put things into wisdom, though.
Why? Okay. Well, there are other parts of wisdom that I have, but you know.
I agree. You have
It
the
was
practical
hard.
wisdom.
Yeah.
12.
She's got the forest whiz.
12, 22, 4, 10, and a 6 from Galad.
Oh.
Oh, we all suck.
Dice are not friendly.
Not Locke.
Therapy.
I need everyone except Locke to go ahead and deafen up real quick.
We all
Oh,
failed.
Oh,
Isn't it fun?
it is. This is the first one of these I get.
Yeah. So this makes sense to you. You were in this area, weeks ago with Palando. So you were sort of prepared for some sorcery in the region. It's not several feet into walking into the forest where you almost see like burned away from left to right as you look around. The trees actually take shape to more of a gray, and all the branches are bare, and there's no sunlight here, and you even see various animals scattered about. They're actually already dead. This entire
So
area
this is very
has
much a anti-ethel pass
a little
check.
bit, yeah.
Got it.
There's definitely an illusion, a veil over this forest. That's, since you've encountered it before to an extent, and having been around, you just sort of know to look for these sorts of things. But
Yeah.
you clearly notice the rest of your party still sees a somewhat quaint autumn forest.
Is there anything blatantly dangerous they're walking towards at this point to where I feel it's super necessary to try and dispel this?
There's nothing immediately around that yells danger other than just the general sense of the region itself.
Yeah.
It's fairly bare. You know that this is just a general illusion over the whole forest, and that most of the forest is probably located more closer towards your destination.
Okay.
Cool. You can all come back. Lindsay, you can come back now. You can all come back now, all right?
Y'all come back now.
You can all come back, and now don't question the random new humanoid that's here talking to you.
Who is this?
No one. There's no one here. I'm just making sure.
I want Fig to meet her. That would be crazy.
I really appreciate the big arms that Dap gave us.
I'm like, come on, guys, come
Filter back in.
I saw the
had to-
thumbs up. God
I
damn.
had
I
to
did not see the
plug-
thumbs up. It's got to be big and loud for me to notice.
Yeah. No, I had to plug my ears too physically because I could hear Brian through the wall, so everything was like total silent. And then I released one hand because I saw a phone notification, and it was that moment where I heard, "Y'all could come beat down." I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah. If I was really thinking, I could have been. I should have had the wind voice ready to go instead of Madame Ava. But here we are.
I mean, both are
I
equally
miss
fun
Win.
for this group.
I miss Win. Need more Win, please.
So, but you all enter the forest and sort of continue to press on.
What a
with-
lovely forest. Nothing wrong, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Where am I looking?
In the wrong place.
Yep. Is this the one I want? It's the one I'm going to use.
I hate it.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that one. You all continue through the forests, heading more in that eastern direction. Moving over here, the snaps of twigs underneath your own footfalls and the horses as well. As you look around, even Galad's starts looking around almost with a sense of familiarity. And over the next few hours, Locke, you recognize an area where you found Galad before unconscious. So the two of you begin to come to this conclusion that you're nearing something.
Oh, sorry. At this point,
No, go ahead.
the rest of you, my dear friends, are you still only seeing a nice wood around us at this point?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I
I'm
mean,
assuming
yeah, it's a forest.
Yes.
What else would I be
I'm
seeing?
I'm just gonna stare at you and
It's not barbed wire,
Glad.
but it's nice wood, I guess. I broke Lindsay.
I can take his inspiration now, right? Because I lost mine for last week. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Roll me a sleight of hand check.
Rest in peace, Kev.
Unless he can go swipe or no swiping.
Can I do swiper no swiping?
That caught me so off guard.
You gotta say it 3 times. Really fast.
What's my roll?
Wait, why are we rolling?
Roll, I know.
I had to be
what
the
was I
smart ass.
doing?
He told me to do it. I had to do it. It's only at 25.
What is happening?
I broke Lindsay. And I'm
Anywho.
happy
Oh
with
my
that.
god. What was I doing? Oh, so Fig is just silently eyeing the both of you with the obvious look of like, what are we supposed to be seeing?
I look over at Galad. Are you starting to see it now?
Slowly coming back to me.
This is
What?
roughly where I found Galad. And
Here?
just the knowledge of everything that I told you should make it fairly clear the area around us is not as pleasant as you may be perceiving it.
What are we supposed
good.
to be seeing?
Oh, scorched earth, destroyed trees, animal corpses that you thought were fluffy bunnies hopping near you.
I'm gonna squint an eye as I scan the surroundings. Like, seeing if
I
anything
think it's about time to help them break the immersion.
Give me a wisdom save at advantage.
Fuck you, Kevin.
I'm not sorry.
That kind of threw me so off guard, and I've had enough mead to just giggle about it. I got an 11.
I see what you got.
Bad news. You're still in Annie Ethel's trap.
Damn it.
Yeah, no change for you.
Alright, Fig's gonna just rub her eyes violently and try again. Not like that has to be a roll, it's just what she does.
Sure.
You can't trust her eyes, but she trusts Galad and I enough to know that we're not bullshitting. No.
Yeah.
What?
There should be an encampment maybe another mile from here.
Well, I'll keep my eyes peeled.
You see Galad blink a few times, and when he sort of like tightens his eyes and reopens them, you see the flash of red sort of glow, and they quickly fade.
That's a cool trick.
Well, I'd say that's much better, but I can't say this is quite pleasing.
You see it. You see it now. What Locke sees.
Yes. This isn't a powerful magic, but the amount that it's able to affect is alarming.
Cirion's trousers after a bender are probably more pleasant than the terrain right now.
Nah, I kind of don't mind not seeing it.
And unfortunately, it's not been an issue thus far. I've been keeping an eye out and making sure you don't step into any pits or anything.
I appreciate that.
I do not like the unknown in front of me.
I'm sorry I can get out of your line of sight.
Hmm.
I've not exactly been very candid about my past, so technically, the unknown in front of you.
Wait, does this relate to your past?
Say that. Definitely
Okay.
a little too close to home.
It's also a
The
little bit close to their lineage too, as he gestures to the two Gondorians.
Oh,
That's true.
Numenorians?
This is Dolwyn's doing.
Ah, yes, the Black Numenorian. I've seen her face. At
This
night when I
facade
close
isn't
my
just
eyes.
affecting the forest itself, it's anything she willed within its sphere of influence. If you remain under the spell, odds are you will not be able to see any enemies. They're hidden behind the veil.
Then what other way can we do to break it?
Well, we didn't bring a wizard with us, did we?
But no, but maybe a word of encouragement could help. Cirion, why don't you try very hard and just try to focus beyond what you see? And I'm gonna give him a gift die.
I'm going to gently clutch at my bear tooth necklace and try to reach within, I guess, my being, so to speak, but kind of like do like a reach out to Yavanna and see if anything happens.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna focus.
You can both attempt the wisdom save again at advantage.
Oh boy.
And you also have a D8 if you need it, Cirion.
Yep.
God damn.
Oh, I'm taking it.
Wow, these rolls.
Oh,
15,
I got a
Fig. What are
15.
Yeah,
Well,
you're jumping the gun, aren't you?
I still wanted higher. Yeah, I was assuming it wasn't enough.
You got to remember the next closest to my 22 when y'all failed was a 12.
Yeah. Somewhere between 13 and 21.
22.
Fig, as you sort of reach out to that tether to Yavanna, you feel her presence sort of walk alongside you, almost glowing and emanating in the space around you, and she just sort of looks around, gripping her staff. This is magic I have not felt in a long time.
Can you dispel it?
Should be trivial enough. She sort of kneels down with her staff, and like with her left hand reaches out to the earth and picks up a handful of what, from your perspective, looks like she picks up soil. She mutters something in a language you don't fully understand, and the dirt begins to glow like a silverish gold, and her eyes begin to glow, and it begins to expand outward, and you sort of, it flashes and it blinds you with a white light, and as your vision comes back, you see the forest for what it truly is. Dead trees, barren branches, animals strewn about, either bloated from being decaying for time, and just every bit of darkness in the vicinity. There's no sunlight, there's no movement. It is just a still, unmoving forest. Cirion, you see this now as well.
Thank you, Yavanna.
Tread carefully, champion.
Did it work, kid?
I wish I could pull out like a bottle and go like, yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's quite the
I'm gonna break the
sight.
immersion very temporarily because it's important enough, I think, to our collective group for me to say this. Issue 1 has been declared passed.
Woo!
Yeah.
And issue 2, some people have already called issue 2. Where I'm tracking it, it is very likely to pass.
Calls for a drink.
It's funny how using tax dollars going to the state up north motivates people to get out and vote.
Excuse me while I just chug this.
And there you have it with our political news update.
Breaking news.
Stay tuned for weather and sports.
Holding my words until we're done.
Malvhor, you can also certainly reattempt your wisdom save at this point.
Oh, well, if you're offering, I'll take it. Bada boom! Nope!
Oh god.
You know what?
Give yourself a gift die?
I cannot give myself a gift die. I'll use my inspiration, why not? That's just one extra roll, right?
Right.
Don't go lower, don't go lower.
I did not go lower.
Matt, I
love
I don't
when Matt
know.
This kids is why we need somebody else to be better for guide so that Locke can take over as lookout. Because nobody else has plus to wisdom except for Cirion, and that's only a +1.
Well, I'm not lookout anymore. That part of the adventure is over.
It's just
Oh,
yeah.
I know, I'm...
True. I just filled in what rolls left over, because I'm bad at all of
Right.
them.
Okay, that's fair, except for social.
There's
But
no
that
there's
good
no
on
social
adventures.
roll for journey phases. You can't talk to anybody. Talk your way out of any issue. Yeah, well, I mean, this is fine. I'll just have to be careful. But, you know, honestly, if one of us is under the illusion, it's probably best it's me.
I do not like this place at all.
Well, it can't be any worse than where you went in Mordor, can it?
Worst places we've been. The Forest of Rune or Shelob's Cave.
Shelob's Cave, as of right now.
I will follow up after this
Let's
adventure.
finish. Yeah, let's get fucked up here and then we'll decide.
To be determined. Well,
Which way did you say was the encampment?
should be a half mile from here, if not another mile that direction. Should be an encampment. If my shattered memory serves, the temple that we're looking for is partially below ground. There's a few entrances, but I don't remember which. They'll either have a main encampment at the main entrance, and probably several scouts and guards along the exteriors.
So it sounds like we need some information on whereabouts before we decide how to move
Potentially.
in.
Potentially, I will leave that decision to your lot's expertise on how to move forward from here.
I am a big fan of
Have-
just kicking in the front door. If I can
We
see
are
the front
not.
door.
We are not kicking in the front door.
Fine, punching.
Do you
There's just a low
understand what's
growl
here?
emitting from Fig.
Again, I have to ask, how did you survive these months
Not-
with these two?
Not carefully enough. Let's see. Shit, I forgot my question. Oh, fuck, it's gone.
Well, depending on what you want to do, we can either go find that encampment, or we can take a look around for any other entrances.
So it sounds like Fig wants to look for alternate entrances.
Alternate entrances it is.
Sorry, pause. The encampment isn't part of the temple thing?
He knows that there is an encampment nearby.
Uh-huh.
He also knows that the temple is partially underground.
Right.
He said the main entrance is probably another encampment, if not a fortified strong point.
But not the
There
same.
He did not allude those to being the same.
Okay.
He also said he has a bit of a shattered memory, so
Right. Okay. I just think it's good to know what we are fully up against before we start making noise.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
they're up against whatever does this.
Is this her doing? What's her name?
Darwin, yes, this has to be. And much like I told Nithil, I saw a large host of orc coming from Mordor some time ago, led by a captain, Captain Uzbel. There's also a host of Easterlings, men, in here. There are but 5 of us. They are Legion. If you want to go kick a door in, by all means, go ahead. I'll start digging the graves. Our objective is to find Palando and get him out of here.
Did Palando mention anything about what he was going to do, or specifically where in this area?
yeah,
I think that's more toward Locke in the end.
Yeah, Locke, you continued with him for a time after meeting Galad. What happened? As specifically as possible.
Go!
Don't be coy.
Gestures to DM, because again, that was very passing covered. Now over a month ago. Sorry.
You recall finding alongside Palando, moving through the forest that was green, nice, full of life.
The first time.
Yeah. And coming to an overgrown exterior portion of a temple or an old stone fortification of such. It wasn't until you were sort of deep inside that vicinity that Palando noticed the enchantment and slowly begun to break and reveal the veil. At that moment, orcs swarmed, and both of you came out of the veil as it was revealed before you. Palando did his best to take the brunt of the attack and cut down those that he could, and urged you to return back to the Avari and seek aid, knowing that if you both stayed, there would be no hope.
Yeah. Okay. There you go, team.
Well, I feel like if I captured a wizard, I would bring them to my largest stronghold in the area. It's a very valuable prisoner to have.
To keep constant eye on.
Indeed. I'm sure our sorceress friend, Dolwyn, would love to personally oversee his imprisonment. So my guess is he's going to be somewhere in the buried temple. And much like Galad said, we should probably try to be as stealthy as possible.
No kicking doors in.
We're going to politely ask doors to open, and they will open for us.
Is there any chance of Palando possibly doing any work from within and not just being imprisoned, if he's strong enough to be out and about or free and still doing his work?
I would love to give you an estimation on that, but your experience with wizards is much the same as my own.
They are
Is-
unpredictable people.
Correct.
Is there any chance Palando could be broken or turned?
If I were to make an educated guess based on all I've seen in this life, Dolan has a small chance. Nothing else I've seen here.
Well, regardless, we must push on under the assumption that Palando needs rescued. So,
What time of day is it? Sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just saying that's a very valid point as well.
Mm-hmm.
He may not be there.
Fig, go ahead and give me a nature check.
Right. I can't see the fucking sun. Nature.
Can I see the sun?
You see a fake sun.
Hey, 22. There's my wisdom.
I'm just like,
Oh,
hey,
that's it. Never mind.
it's about midday, and I point up at the fake
20
sun.
22. Just sort of using your own internal sundial, and the time it took to arrive here and then enter the forest and how long you've been walking, you probably getting the sense it's early evening.
We are hitting nightfall if we want to use the night to cover us as we scout and find more information. I don't think it's safe enough to try to rest, though. Somewhere.
Honestly, with me being under the illusion, frankly, I'm just here for the ride at this point. I will have to defer to the rest of the group.
Can I, gently bop Malvhor on the head and see if that does anything?
Okay, first off, Fig, I just want to say, Fig and gently bop do not go together.
I managed to, what was it, the one stream? I was able to delicately shave Cirion's beard. So.
That required a check.
It's because of how I did it, of just going. I just want to bop him.
Bop it.
You can
Yes,
bop 'em, sure.
I literally see if that does anything. Okay, I just kind of do like a boop, boop the head.
Malvhor dies.
No.
I'm
I'm
breaks.
surprised it's not from the bop, it's from the sneak attack dagger in his back.
Fig's like, what I do?
You reset him to factory settings.
do. Bop, do something. Blink.
Okay, I'm blinking.
Glad sort of.
I still
walks
see
over.
this fake sun.
Let me try. He
Oh,
sort of.
He's gonna charm me.
He kneels down and looks at you in the eyes. He grabs onto both of your shoulders. Do you trust me?
I'm just gonna say, why the fuck not? I have all my affairs in order.
I will, while he does that, I'll put a firm hand on, Galad's shoulder to just give both of them a nod of, that she'll be there in case something happens, to just immediately rip the two of them apart, from each other.
Okay. Hold my gaze. As you stare into his bright red eyes, and you see the black pupils dilate and overcome the red, and the whites of the eyes slowly take a pink hue. He needs to make a check.
Oh no.
And this is where you find out Malvor's been evil the entire time.
Are you the BBEG?
Okay.
Yes, it's Malvhor. Definitely not Locke.
A
Malvhor,
D&D
I need
campaign
you-
where you tell everyone they're the traitor.
Malvhor, I need you to make a corruption saving throw.
Bada boom! 11.
11. As you feel this cold embrace on your mind just sort of slowly overcome, and you can see your vision begin to tunnel, where the exterior just becomes darker, and to the point where you only see this much of Galad's face. You feel almost like a cold touch caressing the inside of your mind and almost gripping onto it. You take 2 shadow points.
Oh gosh, that means I immediately lose health.
Oh. Oh.
But the illusion is broken.
Oh.
You know,
Yikes.
frankly, maybe it was better I was under the illusion, because now I feel terrible. Well,
you're going to need to be able to see everything anyway.
now I can see. Wipe the spit of blood from my nose.
Are you alright?
No, but I will be, I imagine, eventually.
Here, this is my last one, and it's a honey cake.
Just a regular honey cake, right?
Yes, it's the regular one.
Okay, I will gladly take it then.
Okay.
No more honey cakes.
Take a moment to breathe, and then we have to move. Patrols can come through here at any time.
Yeah, so I say we try and find a secret way into the temple. That's my vote.
That would be ideal. Yes.
Okay. Any dissenting opinions? Cirion, Locke?
Nope.
Okay. Well, it sounds like we are all at least in a silent agreement.
Do we know what this temple is shaped like? Maybe there are natural ways to also get inside. Or a way to... Never mind. I lost my train of thought.
Calling it a temple is doing it a bigger service than what it actually is. It's mostly a tomb, a mausoleum, erected centuries ago to the Easterling king, Kamul.
So perhaps we can also make our own entrance through the earth. Somehow.
Aaron, how do I put this? Engineering was never your strongest subject.
Yeah, if only we had a dwarf or a very skilled craftsman among us.
Well, if only she could become a badger and not just a bear.
Things to
I
think
can
about.
still dig.
Dig a hole, dig a hole.
Watch me.
This is one of those rare moments I'm sad that no one from my D&D group, like my local D&D group, is in the chat right now, because the badger comment would have been great.
It would have killed.
We sacrificed so many badgers for traveling. Bags of tricks.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, Bag of Tricks is great.
Giant badgers got us through many encounters unnoticed. And
It
many of
can.
them were sacrificed.
All right.
It can still be an option if there is a weak point somewhere.
Well, judging by everyone's footfalls as he looks towards Locke. Master Locke, would you care to lead us?
Absolutely.
I'm offended, but not.
No offense, Aaron, but a bit on the nose, but you have the footfalls of a bear.
There have been times where you couldn't find me in the forest.
Times have changed.
Plot armor was stronger back then.
You were not the only one good at hide and seek.
Well, let's pray that we're all good at hide.
No, if not, I'm fortunately quite good at seek.
All right. Those that will be proceeding stealthily, I need stealth checks.
Yup.
I'ma do one better for fun.
Oh my gosh!
It's really
I'm burning
just
inspiration.
it's really just story better than actual better.
Oh wait, I still have advantage selected. Shit.
That 17 should be fine, I would think.
22, 8, 17, 24.
Malvhor just takes a couple steps and goes.
With me having the ability to go anywhere there's some shadow.
I will literally cover you with my cloak as you do that, just like, shut up.
Shh, 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 shh.
Shh, shh, shh.
I'm literally
put him
living
out of
my
his misery.
I now get to live my best have life of being able to stealth mid combat and get more sneak attacks off.
There you go. So you all
Cutting
sort of,
action, hide in shadows.
so you also all sort of fan out and keep your wits about you and proceed carefully deeper into the forest, heading towards whatever you wish to head for, whether it be that encampment or to find wandering souls. That could be metaphorical. But that is where we're going to take a break.
Ba-ba-ba.
It's hard being a ruler, but it is good to own land.
Ooh, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear. I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear.
Haste.
I'm a bear.
Pack. We need
Rise.
to leave.
I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear. Look at me bearing around.
And latch onto you, you take 5 shadow damage.
This is not the hug I wanted. Alright, let's make attacks at him.
Roll them dice.
You missed my birthday, bitch?
Be all right, Heidi. Everything.
Gerda, I have a couple of questions.
Yes, Don't be a little mouth, Gerda. You've said enough already. Probably go up on sale tomorrow. My donut! I got it. I lost it. I dropped my donut.
Now where do they keep mapsies? Regards.
Oh, come on! Oh, well, guess I'll just kill myself. Talks amongst yourselves.
Yeah, so
Are we there yet?
I think that way might work.
Are we there yet?
Kevin, you're fired.
Don't have us talk amongst ourselves then.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a role-playing game.
Beyond your years, my lady. I really wanted the bird. Someone get me a bird. Someone go on a hunt and get me a bird. Someone get me a bird. Your Majesty, the acclaimed playwright. Hello?
My queen, a gift from the Southlands.
That's a bird!
You're welcome, my lady. Just know which house gave that to you.
Oh my god. Chat is screaming at you now.
Said the thespian.
Meh. Oh no.
In Lindsayisms.
Audience meh? Chat meh? Oh my god.
I think you've lost me.
I need to stop doing things on stream. Adventure.
Now let's take a moment here and listen in to the teams mic'd up.
That's mine, that's mine, that's mine, that's mine. Fuck you!
We're gonna get
Yay!
a quest from Win. What kind of shady stuff is he involved with?
The fangs of
In
smog.
my younger years, I was a master assassin. I have made lots of enemies.
Kiss
All right, this is a
ass.
send it one.
Yeah, it's ascendant, but it's all about timing and finesse. Not like that, you fuck! Don't you dare, you son of a bitch! Why? Why? Why do you do this to me? Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me? I'm just trying to jump to the fucking... I'm just trying to... I just wanna get up. I just wanna get up to the... Just let me get to the ledge. Just fucking let me get to the ledge. I swear to fucking God. Just let me get to the goddamn... Thank you! God! Talking about that earlier. I found the code.
Wait, I want to see where it's hidden.
It was behind the gate.
Like we suspected all along.
Let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
Flying duck.
Duck.
Flying duck.
Duck.
Flying duck.
Duck.
Baked potato.
Baked potato.
Baked potato.
Baked potato.
Taking a break.
Duck.
There's a pause button, you know.
Duck.
Just took a bit
Yes,
of
those
that's
are all
better.
the
Back into
clues
action.
I would have used, which is why I got really excited.
She claims that she is of a particular tribe of hobbits. What is that tribe?
Crap. Oh, man, it's on the tip of my tongue. I really gotta start taking notes. I think Brian's doing this. Start making me take notes like this motherfucker. You know what? The Green Tribe.
Incorrect.
Written down.
Okay, fine. I'll start taking more notes. Fuck y'all.
Just like that. Health back. Go back. How is everyone? I'm doing. Why are they back?
You hear something.
Thank God I am half in the tank.
Can you read it?
Yes.
All right, hit me.
Take more than this to stop
Okay,
the
I'm gonna do my
strange
best to describe
brigade.
these. These are hard.
We hope.
Okay. Especially because I'm a little tipsy. So the first symbol is a blob with no hat. Does that make sense?
Apparently not.
And just a common tax for the patricians. Sire, no, it's poison! It's poison, you say? Ow.
Take a look at this map. Want a better look? Oh, look at that. Can I jump into this?
Gravity take over, but there's that. How the hell do I get... Oh shit! Oh shit, I'm sorry! I'm sorry, I didn't mean it!
I feel like maybe I shouldn't, but every time I use my inspiration, it goes down by one.
We need a rest in peace
I'm gonna
emoji right
I'm
now.
gonna stop using my inspiration.
Oh, you're asleep on the job! Oh, you fool. You absolute fool. Poor fellow. Well, it'll be really unfortunate if he wakes up. Oh. Oh, uh-huh. Shit. Shit. He's awake. He's awake. He's awake. He's awake. Fuck you. Go back to sleep. Fill out into fur as her whole form begins to shift slowly into one massive adult brown bear. Ooh. Rise, Vigdis Erendil, Bjornsdatter,
Oh boy.
and bear the name of your father, Bjorn, as you are now the matriarch of your kin, the protectors of the forest, and those that will hold this land across that. From this moment on, your people will be known as the Bjornings.
Oh shit!
I'm a
I shall stand with you. Shit, you're on your own.
Salutations, listeners. My name is Professor Benjamin O'Toole of the Waterdeep University and Arcane Institute. I'm known for being an educator, philanthropist, gentleman, adventurer, researcher, and now a conservationist. I wish to express my concern as of late in regards to the dwindling population of the majestic owlbear. These beautiful creatures are all too often poached and hunted by so-called adventuring parties for resources like hides, arcane focuses, foci, and experience. Here at the O'Toole Owlbear Conservation, we are making a difference with our foster and breeding programs by taking in orphaned cubs? No, chicks. Juvenile owlbears. Our volunteers work closely with the owlbears in our care until they are of age and suitable for the reintroduction to the wild. Without our, and potentially your, intervention in this matter, owlbears could very well disappear from our forests. So, how can you help us in our effort in preserving the Aves mammalia? You can get involved in this effort by symbolically adopting one of our owlbear juveniles. Your donation will go straight to their support and care. Take a tour of our facilities and read our various literatures to educate yourself on this wonderful creature. Write to the lord or lady of your land and encourage policies that protect such wildlife. Learn druidic magic and swear to the safeguard of the wilds and all the creatures that live inside of it, vowing to the defense against the brutal adventuring parties who go hunting for these gentle creatures in such a barbaric manner. And in that vow, you follow an ancient druidic path that eventually leads you to the spirit of the forest, and they bestow upon you the power to take back the lands that once belonged to the beast and the bird that roam upon this realm. Recycle. Please help us in this noble effort. For more information, please direct all correspondence via a sending spell to the Office of Conservation at the O'Toole Owlbear Conservation. For inquiries regarding my research, Adventuring Days, my latest publication, speaking opportunities, private lessons, book club, and knitting circle, please forward your sending spell to the office of Sir Benjamin O'Toole of the Waterdeep University and Arcane Institute. The O'Toole Conservation name, logo, and image are all protected licensure and owned by O'Toole Philanthropy. Use of this without the express written consent of Sir Benjamin O'Toole could result in legal action, a failed death save, a gentleman's acknowledgement of a worthy adversary for being outfoxed, and or loss of consortium. Side effects of druidic magic can include uncontrollable vine growth, the sudden fascination of fungi, inability to revert from wild shape, body odor, an acquired taste for good berries, splinters, tanking for the party, depression, and or becoming one with the elements. The O'Toole Conservation is not responsible for anyone being maimed, eaten, killed, or disfigured by anyone attempting to approach owlbears. Please do not contact our officers with liability claims. We will cast silence. We mean it. Casting and speaking with animals within our facilities is strictly prohibited except by authorized personnel. We will take legal action.
It's hard being a ruler, but it is good to own land.
Ooh, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear. I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear.
Haste.
I'm a bear.
Pack. We need
Rise.
to leave.
I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear. Look at me bearing around.
Welcome back, everybody. As the music got real intense,
it did.
as we came right back in. It's a very, we entered on a crescendo, very odd. And before I forget, this music.
Who was it brought by?
Battle Bards.
I haven't for the last couple of weeks.
Combat Chorus. Other synonyms. We did this bit like 2 years ago. I can't remember all the bits, all the alternative names, the Battle Bards we did, but there was a few of them. Combat Chorus, Conflict, something.
Conflict Choir.
Skirmish. Like Skirmish Symphony. You know, it's a whole bunch. Anyway, we utilize them for our tabletop experience here that you hear to bring you all there listening and watching a little extra oomph into our immersion and to our players as well. So all the music, sound effects, soundscapes all come courtesy of BattleBards Prime, and you can use a soundboard like we do for virtual, or you can just load it up as a DM if you have in-person sessions. Get yourself a nifty little sound system. You just need a little speaker, a little Bluetooth speaker. You put it there in the middle of the table, and you can control everything that you want. I
recommend a really good one that'll only run you about $120 despite being bows.
When we did Curse of Strahd, we had Battle Bards hooked up to the speakers and sound we had in our basement. It was a good time.
It was good.
I missed that, but we would basically have to start over at this point.
I was like, nobody ask me about the state of that campaign, please.
I basically too long, we would have to start over.
I basically turned Jade into a cooler version of herself, which is now Fig, so it's fine.
I had a friend of mine ask me, he's like, hey man, I'm getting this campaign together, and I figured you want to join. He's like, oh cool, what's the name of it? It's like, it's Curse of Strahd, and I went, oh no. Fuck.
What world do we live in where people refer to Curse of Strahd like it's new?
Look, not everybody has been following the fandom since before they were born and are aware that it was in Ravenloft in first edition.
Yep. I'm waiting for a Baldur's Gate 3 mod that brings you Barovia and all of Curse of Strahd.
You know damn well it's coming. I think I've already seen someone making a project with it, because there's people that have started figuring out the engine. It's not as friendly as the Neverwinter Nights games were, which literally had a built-in campaign builder to do it. But people will figure it out.
It's got to be coming.
There's enough modders good with Unity at this point.
It's
like the game's already gold standard. Just doing that's gonna.
It'll be platinum.
For years.
I mean, I would pay another $40-$60 for the Baldur's Gate 3 engine just as a build your own campaign like they had in like Divinity 2 and Neverwinter Nights.
Yeah, I would use that. I'd probably pay DLC prices if they would do official license of campaign modules.
I was gonna say I do think they run into some licensing issues with Wizards that they would have to settle to make that work, but I think if Wizards as long as they got paid, I think they'd be on board.
I mean, yeah, because they had to license it through Wizards to even get this game off the ground.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they'd be open to the discussion.
But they do want to go back and make a Divinity 3.
I'll play that too.
Well, they also said the only way that they'd want to do Divinity 3 is if they could do it with the same budget that they had for Baldur's Gate 3.
I think they'd get it now because they have fans from Divinity 2, and now everyone that was just a BG fan is playing BG3. They just now know who the devs are, and at that point, they think they're set. Anyway, this is podcast.
This is now a podcast.
I was gonna say, did we switch to just chatting? Are we done playing?
This is now a vicious mockery episode. Surprise!
Vicious mockery, everybody.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Kevin and I
Hey,
got some
welcome to
guests on the
Vicious
cast tonight.
Mockery. How are we all
All we'll
doing
leave it
tonight?
at is I hope the first DLC that they release, because you know at this point Larian's gonna do it. There's too much money in it not to. Is that they actually restore the Upper City.
I haven't beaten the game yet.
I
so.
haven't. Yeah, I was like, I don't know what that means right now.
It was
I still
content.
need to buy the game.
I'm still in Act 2.
There's a writing friend I have now who's doing NaNoWriMo with me. He hasn't bought the game yet either, and he said that his reward for himself upon hitting the end goal of NaNoWriMo is to get the game, and I'm like, that's a worthy reward.
That'd have made me do it.
Yeah.
I'm not a writer.
Oh, real
Absolutely.
quick announcement. I forgot. This Friday there is no stream because
Right.
Lindsay and I completely forgot that we had a prior engagement. So there is no Friday night stream and there's no Saturday morning stream this week. So,
but we got
sorry
Sunday.
about that.
We got Sunday with Kevin.
Sunday is still alive and well.
Kevin's carrying the weekend on his back.
Yeah.
Good thing you guys stay on his shoulders, baby.
Stay tuned in Discord for the rest of the week. We should be announcing the giveaway for the month this week, and that's about it. Any other scheduling updates will show up there. All right, I think that's finally everything. Let's get back into it.
No,
So is the
my
loss-
immersion.
It's shattered. Oh no. So as the lot of you continue on through the now fully revealed, with the veil lifted from this forest, seeing through the enchantments, to not spend time writing a soliloquy and describing this in very Tolkien fashion. It's very Mirkwood-esque in terms of what you're seeing here. Mostly dead trees and just the eeriness of the surroundings of actually being here, and it's quite unnerving. But you all soldier on quietly to the best of your efforts. Horses as well, I believe, which is duly noted. Might affect the DC.
Oh shit.
You follow the pathing, or what semblance of pathing, at Locke and Galad's behest, as they are the ones most familiar to this area now. What is our intention? What is our goal?
Fine, Palando. Get the fuck out.
That is our overarching goal, but how do we achieve that? I think we're gonna try and see if we can find a hidden entrance to this underground temple. Yay, nay.
An underground entrance, yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Unless, that's not a feasible option.
It sounds like, what, first some sort of perimeter check, or something different? Well, we have to approach the area first, huh?
You're essentially approaching the area. I am looking for intent. Otherwise, you're gonna waltz right up into this encampment
we'll
that
keep
Galad referred to. But I want to know what's your intent. How do you aim to achieve your goal?
We're keeping stealthy. We rolled stealth checks, so we're trying to be as stealthy as possible, keep our distance, and I imagine just gather some information, get a gauge of what's ahead of us. Before we actually go anywhere. So keep our distance, try to perceive what may lie in wait ahead. And And I guess once we have more knowledge, we can come up with a better plan to specifically how to specifically proceed. But I think we're going in slowly and quietly right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You progress, heading in the direction of the encampment that Galad believes should be present. You progress for the better part of probably 45 minutes to an hour at the slow pace that you're going, trying to maintain stealth. Locke, can you give me a wisdom save by chance?
Yes.
Pretty please.
Oh, since you asked so nicely. Let me find the tab that's actually my character sheet. 1 second. Normal, correct? No advantage, nothing like that?
Nothing special.
11!
Gosh.
11.
Oh.
All right. I'll get to that in a minute. You all sort of round a winding tree bend and for the first time in a while seem some source of light in the distance. That light, as you sort of stretch and strain your eyes, appears to come from two sources fairly close by to one another that you quickly discern to be some form of campfires as you see some billowing smoke coming from the source. You do begin to make out fabric tent-like structures and a few wooden pikes in the ground sort of scattered about in some banners. This appears to be with several humanoid-like creatures moving about to be the encampment that Galad was referring to. There's a few standing around like the main, not the main entrance, but standing around, meandering, that appear to be sort of watch guards.
So, Locke, do you want to try and sneak your way in there and see if you can gather any information, and we'll hang back?
Absolutely. Why not?
And, do what you do best, bud. And I'm gonna go ahead and give him a gift die as he departs. It's good for 10 minutes, so...
Okay.
That's 100 rounds.
That's a lot of rounds.
This is true. Let's see, is it under... Switch some stuff up here. Okay, Locke, do you approach then?
As stealthily as I possibly can, hiding shadow to shadow.
Okay.
Which is even more ironic given the location right now, but...
Yes. I won't have you reroll stealth. You've probably maintained it for the most of this course. So I'll just use the one you had prior. You approach up along sort of the western bank of this encampment, keeping to the hollowed out portions of trees and fallen logs, and you get close enough where you come up on two guards that are sort of hunched over and conversing with one another, but you arrive just as one sort of grunts under his breath through his helm and then begins to meander off. You look past them and into the encampment. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Why do I keep moving the screen? When am I going to learn? Nat 20.
31 with a natural 20.
Whoa!
All right.
You glance into the encampment, and you see maybe about 5 individuals gathered around a fire, eating and drinking, conversation being had. You spot maybe 3 other guards actually keeping watch, but for the most part, you can see a very clear path into one of the tents nearby that you are fairly confident you can stealth right into and take a look around.
Yoink.
Yoink.
You keep to the shadows and wait for a break in the sort of guard patrol and break the line between the forest and the encampment and slip in past a cage that was being kept or that was holding a Caragor, sort of like almost like a warg-like creature, just more reptilian-like. You slip in past and into this smaller tent that's being lit with a torch and a sconce on the inside, but for the most part empty. You look around and you find a leather pouch hanging off to one side that is a lightish tanned leather. You also look around and you see a tall tower shield and a spear sitting next to it, and the shield itself bears the red markings of a snake or a serpent.
Does that mean anything to me?
You can give me a traditions check or a shadow lore check.
Another natural 20.
Oh my gosh.
Good lord.
See, this is what happens when you send me off on my own.
I work
Put
alone.
really good things in
Rogues in a
before
row.
immediately getting screwed by nat 1s when it matters.
You recognize the shield as Easterling. It is probably, in this particular case, an Easterling captain, or at least a spearman. Lineage of race of men that threw their lot in with Sauron during the previous wars. So you quickly discern that this is a mixed band here, either being led by this human, or at least fight alongside them. You did spot several orcs on the way in, orcs and goblins, but didn't quickly notice any humans outside. But there's no one in here.
Okay, what's in the brown leather satchel?
You reach out for the satchel, and as you do, you're almost like a crack of thunder through your mind. You get hit with a wall, and you're suddenly not seeing what is in front of you, and you're transported to a vision, and you see close up a trickle of blood from a dirtied, tanned skin and long, sort of grayish white hair. You blink and it's brought up, and you see wrists shackled to a ceiling or a cage, and you hear a very familiar voice as it comes down to the eyes, and they're sort of looking around. Locke, you've come back. I trust that you brought company along this time.
Yeah.
You would be correct with that. Is this definitely him?
You can give me an insight check.
Oh, that has no chance of going well, but let's go for it.
Another nat 20? Okay.
No, a dirty
I'm
20.
20.
I said I'm
Dirty
kidding,
20.
goddamn.
Still good.
But you know what? We'll go ahead and just for fun.
You're gonna
No,
add
I
the
won't use
D-
gift
the-
die yet.
I thought he was gonna burn inspiration. I thought you were gonna burn inspiration.
I don't
for
have
whatever reason.
inspiration.
Oh shit, that's right.
It was taken from me for a lewd comment that was much lesser than yours. I'm not bitter. And I don't want you to take it from him. That moment is past. I just want to give him shit about it.
I already
For
burned
those of you keeping score at home. 20. Extremely hard to tell. You are not physically interacting with him. You are hearing his voice and are being presented visions that you were not prepared for. You do get the immediate sense of magic being behind this. Whether it's him reaching out to you directly or somebody else masquerading as him, it is hard to tell. You are confident that it is him based on the visions that you're being presented and the tone in his voice. But you do recognize it as Romastamo.
Okay. So, how in the hell did you end up in here? And why am I just now seeing you?
Valid question.
Well, straight to the point as always, aren't you?
I even poke him in the shoulder.
Oh, you don't? No, this is all vision. He's not physically here.
I thought.
Yeah.
Sorry, my interpretation of that in my brain was like.
Sorry.
He was like, I went to go touch the brown satchel, and the illusion dispelled. And he was actually in there.
It bloody worked, didn't it? No, no. This was a vision.
Okay.
That
sorry.
you.
Apologies.
Sorry, mind's eye. Sorry if that wasn't clear.
No, you're fine.
This is the result of your wisdom save.
Okay. Oh God.
That you actually failed.
Yeah. I figured.
Which is hilarious. I love doing things like that where you actually have to fail to have things have results. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So for once it was good that I rolled bad, theoretically, maybe, but maybe not. We'll see.
I like spinning that. I like spinning that from time to time. Yeah. Succeeding would not have allowed this to happen.
Fair enough.
Well, I don't know about you, but I have time to chat. I'm not going anywhere, but I would urge you to find me as quickly as you can. It wasn't until you breached the perimeter of the forest that I've sensed your return. I would have reached out sooner, but, well, no one was kind enough to send my letters along, so...
It's alright, your handwriting's not exactly the best anyways.
Well, I will take that into account. I am not much like one of my others, the brown one, who was able to carry message a long way with birds. Now, I will not borrow any more of your time, as I'm sure you're probably on, well, a minimal amount of it. You'll have to come find me. It is dark sorcery afoot here, which I'm sure you're well aware, but it goes deeper than anything you could probably have imagined. The sorceress here is extremely powerful.
I still take that moment of like really a look. It's like you do remember everything I've been through, correct? I think saying I couldn't imagine it might be a stretch, but I get your point.
I know.
Where is here?
I can... My vision's a bit cloudy after everything they've done to me. But I'd make out some semblance of light from a nearby window.
That's what it is. The voice has been messing with my brain this whole time, but I finally am connecting it to O'Toole. It's giving me O'Toole vibes, and I love it. Not saying you are using O'Toole's voice. I should have not said anything.
Ruined.
I still love it.
Ruined.
Is this how Mercer feels?
Probably. Let's be honest. No, I'm loving it. I was just like, this sounds a little familiar. And it was bugging me the whole time.
There's several dozen of us. They're being held in cages, held aloft by the ceiling. Every now and again they come and retrieve some of us. I can see a bit of the sunlight poking through. We're on the eastern side of this temple, and we can see the outside. I know not the way to get here, but the easiest way may be very well going through the rest of the mausoleum.
Helpful information. Appreciated.
Yes.
Who else is with you?
Those that are still alive, there's a mix of a few Godavari here, and some men and women as well.
Not Yellow will kill me if I don't free them then anyways, so... I'll take the win.
Yes.
Quit assuming shit, kids.
They bring in more by the day from all over. And like I said, those that are still alive, those are the ones here. Some are not so lucky. They muttered something earlier about construction being completed. I have not been blessed to see what that might entail.
My comrade's story is to be expected, nothing good.
We must hurry. Time is of the essence.
Even more so. East side, through the mausoleum. Understood. We'll be on our way.
Very good. Stay safe. And do try to be quiet, as I know you do.
Only a few of my companions worry me about that, but I'll manage.
Oh. One more thing, Locke.
Yes?
The woman from the south, Dorwin.
Yes?
She arrived here. That much we know. Her intentions are not fully clear, but she carries with her a very large leather tome.
That's more than a little concerning.
I've not seen it before, but...
That's even more concerning.
She often refers to it, and is using it for whatever instructions or orders that she has carrying out. She often speaks, from what I can hear, which is very little in these halls. My will is being cut off from the Valar. The fact that I was able to get this message to you is nothing short of a miracle. But she converses with another. She receives her orders from someone else.
Understood.
Oh, I have to go. It seems they are retrieving a batch of us for something. Hurry.
And the connection breaks, I'm guessing.
It does indeed.
Am I still alone in here?
You are for the time being.
I'm still gonna try to check what's in that satchel.
You look inside, and it's doesn't require a check. There's not a whole lot. There's no big hidden secrets in here. You find a couple of scraps of leather, a few things of copper, but you find a crumpled up piece of parchment that appears to be a very crude drawing of some sort of building or complex, and you find a few X's marked around it with a note that says guard rotation 3 to an X.
Good. Fold that up, put it away real quick. The only other things in here were the shield, spear.
Yeah.
How big's the spear?
Very, very lightweight. It would be a two-hander.
So it's a great spear?
It'll match your other one.
You're gonna dual wield spears.
Seen
You gotta
people
up
do
that strength score.
I've seen people do double staff forms. I'm just saying.
Ooh.
My strength's what? It's a 14.
He lives. You just can't tell.
Exactly. Okay. I am going to go ahead and beeline back to the rest of the group.
Alright.
And no, I did not take the spear. I considered it, but I'm not going to.
Alright. Moments later, Locke sneaks his way back to the rest of you.
So what'd you find?
Mausoleum. Well, I could be going insane. After all, I have been around you again for a while, Malvhor.
Well,
I saw a vision and spoke with our wizard friend. Know where he's at. On the east side. They can see to the outdoors. And I have a very crude drawing of god rotations.
It could be worse. You could be talking to animals.
Animals would have more intelligent things to say than Malvhor.
Ouch. Owies.
Damn.
I've had animal friends outlive Malvhor.
You
Double
hear,
damn.
You hear a shout coming back from the encampment. All right, you blackguards, on your feet. As you all sort of look back, and you see sort of riding through on the back of a Caragor, a large greenish brown orc with a streak of black hair down the middle, and on the right leg, a pike piece of metal iron.
It's one of the captains.
That would. All right. Quit lazing about. We'll have to feed you to the Caragors we brought up here. Alright. Move about. Whoever the captain is, send him my way. I'll have words with him. All of you, double the watch. The lady is not to be disturbed. Standard lines. You know what to do. We're moving out. Rest of you stay behind, guard your posts. I need a cohort to follow me in. The encampment just sort of musters and moves about for a bit.
As much as I would like to tangle with one of the orc captains, I do believe that might blow our cover, and we should focus on Palando.
I agree. You should.
I do too.
Well, then we are in agreement. Through the mausoleum, you said.
Where did he come from, direction-wise?
Your back was to him when he appeared.
Okay.
Where did he go?
Educated guess.
Educated guess, probably east. Came in from the direction you're heading, in a general sense. It's a wide open area.
Oh, yeah. It was one of those, we heard him talk, looking back, what direction is the big old lizard dog standing in, all that fun stuff.
Yeah. Heading out then?
Yeah.
Alright. Using the very crude map you have lifted, you lead your group around the encampment and move off in the more eastern side of the forest. But as you are moving about and keeping that distance, you keep an eye on the encampments to ensure no one's, detecting you or anything. And you see the orc captain ride over to one of the guards and leans down to him, sort of grabs him by the side of the mouth. Let me get a look here. What line are you from? Going to bed, sir. A long way from home. But going to bed. That's the sort of breed she needs. You just volunteered yourself. Follow me.
That's the what he needs?
Breed.
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 That sounds great.
And here, kids, we have the non-canonical rebirth of the Urukai.
Maybe. But you follow the crude map, and you move through sections of the forest that you find remnants of shattered statues and stonework that show indications of a structure, or at least a fortification that once stood here, grown over by moss and vine. Now you move about and you slowly come to a small outcropping with a standalone sort of stone structure that's overgrown. Sort of like a smaller, I actually don't know the word for it. It might just be a smaller crypt or mausoleum that you would see standalone, that would be like an entrance to the underground of a graveyard.
I think that's still... Isn't that still a mausoleum? I don't know.
Crypt.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dead people.
Yeah. As you sort of see it just sort of outstretched there, and immediately you see one orc-like creature standing off to the side of it, and another sitting across from him, maybe about 5 feet on the ground, with his shield and spear just sort of crossed along him.
What's the plan?
Just those two?
It's what you immediately see.
Okay, what do I unimmediately see?
Give me a perception check.
Thank you.
What?
Does he still have the gift die from 10 minutes ago?
No. $30. The natural 19.
Close.
You see those two, and then up in a tree, maybe about 15 feet, sitting on a very thick branch, a very scrawny looking, almost brownish black, of an orc, just sitting up in the tree with his feet dangling, gripping a bow in his left hand. As you're sort of looking it over with a perception of 30, you definitely start picking up on a bit of their conversation. The one sitting on the ground sort of just looks up and looks to the sky. Why are we out here? So far away from the main force. Every entrance needs protected. No one's gonna find this bleeding place. Who comes out here? The lady wants each one protected. What are the three of us gonna do? I've seen some of the things in here. Dragonettes, no thank you. Much rather take my chances in Mordor.
Right.
You better watch your tongue. Speak ill the Dragonettes.
Salusua, or take out your tongue for self.
Salusua.
Sanasua?
Oh, whatever. I'm hungry. Everything's dead in this forest. What are they doing down there anyway? Building something. Are they gonna tell us what it is? I think it's, what do they say? As need to know basis.
One up in the tree.
That's bullshit. A need to know basis. Come on. Marched all the way up here from Mordor. By orders of the captain of Barad-dûr.
Barad-dûr?
Look, all we're doing is following our orders. We keep this place safe, and they'll reward us with food and grog and the whole lot. I don't know, I've seen her. Gives me the creeps. Always carrying that book with her. I've seen that book before. I'm sure you have. No, I did. The captain back in Mordor carried it. Heard him talk about how he got it back from some blaggarts over in Osgiliath in Pelargir or something.
Oh.
You know an awful lot. I listen. I'm a good listener.
Oh.
No, you're a talker. It's all you've been bleeding doing since we came out here. You got a better idea of what to do out here? How about we shut up? Can't even sleep up here. Huh. Keep a watch out, will you?
Locke's the only one that hears this, right?
Technically, yeah.
You can all give perception checks if you wish.
Is it nighttime? It is. You said that earlier. You said it was nightfall, so by now...
Sure, yeah.
Proof I listen. What the hell am I doing?
Hey, actually rolled decent.
I am proficient in this shit.
Cirion's picking wax out of his ears.
Yeah, I hear squeaking. That's all I hear, guys.
He's getting sweepy.
He's been hit in the head too many times tonight.
What? What?
The rest of you hear it.
Okay, fuck me then.
You rolled an 8. What do you want?
I know. Just...
At this rate, I'd be happy to shut him up.
I feel like we're gonna have to take him out as quickly and quietly as possible to get in.
I wonder.
What do you guys hear?
Shh.
Yeah.
I'll do like a little like look at them that way.
I'm gonna like point to my sword and go.
No.
3 orcs just complaining about
cross
being
my
on guard
arms.
dirty.
I wonder if we can just distract them and walk in.
Thank you, Brian.
So that they don't know any better of something happening. Versus attacking them or knocking them out.
If we can pull off a distraction, that's not a bad idea. But whoever does the distracting will then not only have to we'd have to create a distraction, but we'll have to get in before they notice. That might be harder to pull off than just killing them as quickly as possible.
What if I kill them as quickly as possible?
I am afraid of harming them or killing them being a method of bringing alarm to everyone and everywhere else.
Justifiable fears, but I don't know whether there's anywhere near here. And this was not even a spot marked on the... Correct, this wasn't a spot marked on the...
It's one of them.
Oh, it is one of them? Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mention that. Sorry, that's on me.
No, you're fine.
So what do we think? Murder or distraction?
Vote murder.
I look at it this way. If we tried to go to the distraction route, even though there's only 3 of them, what's to stop one of them from going in and alerting the dragonettes? I did not make it this far by even underestimating stupid orcs and goblins.
So what are you advocating for?
Murder.
That's 2 for murder.
No, I am very outvoted.
Murder takes it, I guess. As far as
Then quietly, I am assuming.
yeah.
You are correct.
Perhaps hide the bodies if we can, so they don't just lay out there.
Well, if there are dragonettes, we can use the bodies to distract the dragonettes, and they can eat the bodies, hiding the bodies, and then we can also sneak by the dragonettes without hopefully fighting them. Is that a bit too dark? Is that a bit too...
Yes, but I can't say I dislike the plan.
Out of character. I understand why you're in a Shadow Point issue right now.
I'm just RPing the shadow points I got.
Exactly.
As out of character, when you're talking to someone who's lived in a world of eat or be eaten and survival of the fittest,
It makes
that's
perfect
very
sense.
logical.
And then if anyone gets confused as to why they've gone missing, they find the dragonettes with their bones. They're like, oh, they were just dumb orcs that got eaten by dragonettes.
Very well then.
There are 3 of them. 2 down low, 1 in the tree.
I could use my bow to take out the... Okay. I prefer the ground anyway.
I can go after the other one on the ground. Or both.
Okay, team on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Team.
And so I started blasting.
I think that was on 5, but I did my best.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Oh boy.
So how far away are they from us right now?
Probably about 15 feet, I'd say.
Oh, that's well within
And
bow
we're in
range.
cover right now.
Yeah.
All three of us
Is
just
there a
line up
way-
our bows.
Is there a way to still be in cover and stealth, or still be hidden while trying to get in melee range with them?
You can certainly try. Is that what you'd like to do?
I want to do like a wide.
Brian, do you have anything that gives us an actual visual of the current terrain around us?
For
Is there
once,
a
I do
combat-
not.
Also, do you have anything? Do you have any
So-
thrown weapons,
You
Fig?
caught me.
I have a hand axe, but my concern is that it won't do enough to just outright kill someone
Well,
to keep them quiet.
Okay, I'm gonna do what I can. I'm going to...
So it might have to just be, well, yeah. The three.
I mean,
if
the
the
three
three of you can do.
You're 15 feet
can do
away. You should be
range.
able to just charge in and get a hit on them, at least one.
That's
what I'm gonna do.
Fine, then.
Let me lead
Yes.
by shooting the one in the tree.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna line up a shot on the ground. Cirion and I are gonna take different targets on the ground. So
Okay,
that way
then I
Fig
would-
can.
So whatever you don't shoot, Malvhor, I'll take the one you don't shoot.
Yeah, so that way Fig can. So we don't overkill any of them, and Fig can hopefully mop the floor.
Yeah.
And
so,
we still have Galad, correct?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So how
I'm making
about?
sure that he didn't like vanish. And
Right. So how about this then? We'll do Locke after the one in the tree, and I'm sure with Locke's everything under the sun, that guy's gonna be headshotted and
Thank
fall
you
down.
for jinxing my in guaranteeing a natural
And
one
then
coming.
Hey, Locke, if you miss,
then-
I'll make it a hit. I can do that
Oh,
once
yeah,
per
sure, you can
combat.
do that.
Once
And
per
then,
combat.
Yeah, and then, like you guys just said, we'll have Cirion go after one on the ground and Malvhor after the other one on the ground. Let's have Galad go after the one Malvhor is shooting, and I'll go after the one Cirion is shooting, just double tap worst case.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool.
And tactics. And break!
Cool. Then I...
Just imagine you're on guard duty and just like 3 arrows from just the tree line.
Who the hell's gonna come see?
So after so there's that plan, and then I'll just give a tiniest of smirks and give Galad a kind of a pat on the shoulder, and with that I want to initiate whatever this new thing is that I have with Laurelin and Talparian.
Okay. Would you?
That player me knows.
Do you want to sort of convey narratively what that might look like or feel like to the two of them?
I honestly am for what it would look like for her and Galad, or
sure. I'm giving
I
you
think
agency.
so. I didn't think about this. I think what kind of just happens is that with the intent behind Fig's action, and how there is like beforehand there was starting to be kind of a protective base, but now there's like a teamwork and also like we do this together kind of oh my god, I cannot speak. Thank you, camaraderie. And I think that will kind of, her intent with that will initiate kind of this like small faint glow that you guys will almost miss but can see between the two armbands. And I think visually speaking, that's where I'll stop narrating about it.
Okay, so you go up to Galad and you place your hand on him.
I'll just say something stupid like "Don't miss."
Wow. All right.
It sounds like something the two of them would fuck around with each other about.
Okay. You whisper "Don't miss" to him, and he sort of cocks an eyebrow with a sheepish grin as you see a faint gold glow come from your armband and a slight silver white one come from his, as they just sort of resonate with each other for a moment, and you go ahead and cast Warding Bond on him.
Warding Bond?
That lasts an hour, by the way.
Oh. Well, here we are. Okay.
Yep. All right. So, who's going after Tree Guy?
Me. I'm opening the fun.
Lock for Tree. Who's going against the sitting one?
I'll take the one sitting.
Which means that's also Galad.
Okay, so
And then-
Malvhor and Galad sitting.
I'll take the one that's not any of those.
There isn't one that's not any of those. You're going
I
after
thought
the
that's-
one. Oh.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, fuck with me, Nick. Come on now.
No, I thought like Lindsay, after Lindsay had said that she was going for it, you're like, okay, and I'll go with anyone that's not that. It's like, there's only 3.
No.
Nope. Galad and I are just ensuring a double tap on the ground people.
Yeah, whoever Malvhor
Alright.
didn't get, I was gonna go get.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of damage, so I'm not gonna kill anybody.
You guys sort of fan out and maneuver into positions to try and get better angles on your attacks. Was it established? Are these all ranged attacks?
No.
Not Galad
Mine
and
is
I,
not.
at least. Oh.
Mine is a ranged attack.
Okay.
I misunderstood. I thought Cirion was also range.
I wasn't planning on it.
I guess that's fine.
Wasn't discussed, and you're already fanning out. So, Fig, are you attacking anybody? Did I miss that?
Yeah, I was gonna attack the same guy as Cirion.
Okay. I missed that.
Yeah.
I thought you're going after Malvhor target. That was my understanding.
No,
Sorry.
Galad is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then you and I are just gonna just destroy this
No,
board.
my impression was a volley of arrows, and then Galad and I went in melee to finish.
Okay,
anything
then I
off
misunderstood
if
the
necessary,
assignment.
but I mean, if you don't like that, you do what you want to
No,
do.
I
I'm not going to
can-
tell you what to do.
Jake, let's be fucking real. If you walk up to anybody, it's GG. So I'm gonna knock an arrow and just.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll get the
I'm just
arrow
asking
back
for
for
my own
you.
clarification. I wasn't trying to start shit.
No, you're
Yes,
fine.
3 arrows, 2 melee.
Yeah.
Got it.
And when Cirion uses arrows, he can fire 2 arrows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mister, I get an extra attack.
Technically 4 if I want to burn my action surge.
Don't burn your action.
Cirion uses his action surge,
Goddamn,
kills
let me-
all 3 of
Can I
them.
just brag about myself?
I know you can.
Please,
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
You all sort of fan out to get your angles and prep yourself to close in. And as you're
Yeah.
slowly moving in, the smaller one that's sitting speaks up again after moments of silence. Were you in Kirthungle when the lords came waltzing in from Shelob's lair? What a bunch of idiots! I
Fig
can't
under
believe
her
they
breath.
fucking did that.
Fig's just
Oh,
like,
man.
oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm telling you,
Is
anyone
that the
who
one
does
that's in the
that.
tree?
No, it's the one sitting on the
Oh.
ground.
Gotcha.
Anyone who does that's got a death wish. Shelob's lair. Oh god. What are they gonna do next? You all can go ahead and roll your attacks at advantage as a surprise.
All of
Oh
us?
God. Oh, these poor bastards.
I wanna,
Oh, they're so
I wanna
fucked.
just try and regulate the chaos. So I'm gonna wait till Malvhor and.
If you're shooting, it's me, you, and
Well, I am, but I want to like go nuts.
Well,
Oh
I
my
have to
God.
wait for you to shoot, so.
yeah.
I
The
can't.
melee
I was waiting
folks
for
are
one thing at a
waiting.
time. I was just waiting for one thing at a time. Goddamn.
I mean, it's all simultaneous, so as soon as they release the arrow, the other two are darting in.
Yeah. Alright, let me
pull up Glad.
Oh my
Jesus.
That's a death.
that-
That's a death.
It's my new thing! I just got a new ability too for when I crit.
Did you crit,
me and-
bitch? 1d8.
Did me and Fig just fucking murk this target?
Oh my god. No, me leveling Fig was all of the reminders for this new ability if I crit.
Ah, I don't know what's going on there.
Oh my.
Oh.
That is a
Alright.
not working macro, friend.
It's just a standard macro that I've used before.
Oops.
What do we got here?
There we go.
Okay. So let's see here, starting with... Where am I? First one is a 16, looking at Malvhor. 16 on the one sitting on the ground.
If it hits,
16 will hit.
it's full piercing damage.
16 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's full.
Cirion 27 will hit. Roll damage. Locke 25 will hit. Roll damage. Fig, yeah.
10 piercing for Cirion.
Let's see. 5.
20
and
piercing for Locke.
I rolled max damage on my bow. Holy shit.
11. Fig did 13 points of damage.
Okay.
14.
And what did I miscount? 5 and 3 is 8.
Or 5 plus 3
9,
plus
10, 11,
6.
12, 13, 14.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
And then Galad was also going after the one that Malvhor shot.
Yep, I have his attack roll already as well.
Okay.
Alright. So as you all begin to tense up the limbs of your bows and sort of brandish your weapons and bear down waiting to strike, you listen to the orcs and goblins chattering about, "What idiots!
What do you think they'll do next?
As the hail of arrows finds their targets across all three, and the one in the tree just gets hit in the lower neck and just goes limp and immediately swings out and falls to the ground. The other ones get riddled with their arrows, and the two melees come running in and in one fell swoop behead both of them as all three just fall to the ground in a matter of a second. They all just fall dead.
Imagine getting hit with an arrow, and then the last thing you see is a bear lady and a vampire come charging at you.
That is the most well executed attack I've seen in a game.
We'll never be that successful again.
I'm calling it now. So, Brian and Lindsay, at least, you've seen Princess Mononoke, right?
Yes, I love Princess Mononoke.
If I ever crit on a short bow sneak attack and it kills someone, I want it to Ashitaka that shit and somehow behead them with an arrow.
But as the three creatures lie dead before you, an eerie silence takes over once again in that rush of a moment of adrenaline as you all sort of recollect yourselves, and there's a slight gust of wind that sort of whistles through the trees.
Oh. I was expecting more.
You look like you have more to say, Brian.
I know.
There was such a dramatic pause.
You killed them all.
Right.
Cool. Grab the bodies. We need the meat.
Time to feed.
That one screamed of one of your... And that's where we're going to end it.
No.
All right.
I like to keep you guys guessing.
Fig will take at least one of the bodies, if not two, and start carrying them in.
Okay. Just dragging them inside. You get about like a foot through beyond the threshold, and it's just staircase descending into the earth.
Hmm. Who's taking the third body?
I'll take it.
Cool.
Let the pack horses do what the pack horses do.
I'm not need to ask this question. What are you doing with your horses?
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, we have to try and hide them.
Yeah, is, shit.
We can't just
okay,
rope them up and leave them in the open.
Yeah,
we can't just send them away.
Is there like a formation of like tree and or boulder or both where we can tie them there and have them be hidden, or in a way in that kind of area create some sort of what looks natural made I don't know.
Could we bring them?
I
don't know if they'd fit in the dungeon, but could we bring them in the very first part of this tomb, so they're not out in the open? I don't know if they'll like that.
To get them.
I don't know.
To get them down. You'd have to get them down the stairs.
Yeah, that'd be tired.
And you'd have to see if they'd even fit.
Yeah.
I think they'd be safer if we tried to use natural resources to hide them nearby, but I don't like it, but I think that's the best.
Let's not hide them right by the exit. Let's hide them, what, 5 minutes away from the exit?
Yeah.
So if someone comes to check on this, they don't immediately see horses.
Yeah, I agree.
But that means we can't. That means when we come out here, it'll be a little bit of a run to get to the horses.
Right.
What else is new?
But I'd rather have the horses safe.
Mm-hmm.
As safe as possible, at least.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay, so you're gonna try to use the natural surroundings to try and camouflage them into a space, essentially?
Yeah. Obscure, camouflage, other synonyms.
Is somebody taking the lead on that effort?
I'd be more than happy to if no one else wants to.
If you take the lead on it, I will give you a gift die to help you out.
I already did it once before with Wild Step, maybe twice before, so I'd like to think I've got some ideas on how to do it.
Okay, you have my gift die.
I was gonna say, what kind of rolls is it gonna be?
Go ahead and give me a survival check.
That's what I was figuring. Because I've done it before, can I argue with advantage? Fuck.
No.
Well, I figured I would ask. Okay.
Might as well add
do I
the-
use inspiration? Wait, the gift die.
Gift die, yeah.
You might as well just add the D8. Yeah.
All right.
That's a 19.
That's 19.
Good to know. You find a larger tree, maybe about 60 feet off from where you are.
Yeah.
It's a little earthen worn away. It's a off of where the actual, what appears to be like stonework masonry that was sort of depicted in the ruins earlier. You hitch all the horses and do your best to camouflage them into the natural surrounding, hoping that having them just away is enough and that your time in here won't be long enough for anyone to actually come and notice.
Right.
But for
And
19,
then,
we'll see how that works.
and then the last thing I'll do is take the leftover horse feed I have and dump all of it equally between the 3, 4, 5. How many horses do we have? 5. Jesus. Okay. 5 horses. It's just gonna be a fucking pile, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Fig's gonna do her thing to divide the horse feed and make sure it's accessible by all, and then she'll just like eye all 5 of them and go, "Don't eat it all. Don't eat it all." And then she eyes Wild Step especially, and then gives them all
handling check.
and then gives them all like a loving like pat on the head. Animal handling.
Yeah. Okay.
16.
16. All right. We'll see if it's here when you get back.
Yeah, and then so in Sindarin, she'll just say, "Be at peace. You're okay. We'll be back. Stay hidden and stay safe."
Okay.
That's all I got.
Okay. Duly noted. Back to whatever you were doing with the bodies.
Taking them with us into the tomb.
Yep. Time to go downstairs with them, I guess.
Okay. You follow the descent of the stairs down maybe 30 or 40 feet as you feel the temperature begin to cool as you descend into the earth. Initially, the staircase is dark, but as you get close to the base, you start to see dancing flames illuminate the stonework hallway at the bottom. You walk out to the immediate area as you're lugging 3 orc bodies. Then you come to a hallway that juts out to the left and the right with sconces of torches spaced fairly well apart to just sort of illuminate enough to move around. As you quickly look around, you just sort of listen and you hear distant echoes of objects moving or footfalls, but no immediate signs of any indication of what might be waiting for you. I need everybody to make another wisdom saving throw.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I don't have advantage. That's a natural 1.
So
I'm
why do
gonna
I still
use.
have... Oh, because one of the
I'm gonna use inspiration.
I have to ask for sanity's sake. This is specifically wisdom, not corruption, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, by inspiration.
20.
What fucking world are we living in where Cirion's the one?
You better bop us all in the head.
Yeah, as you are all gaining your bearings, in addition to this, Locke, you actually notice faint sort of green and blue wisps of energy swirling about the halls that sort of remind you of what you had encountered beneath Osgiliath. The rest of you, with the exception of Cirion, Malvhor, Fig, and Locke, you immediately look down the left and right to gain your bearings, and then in your mind's eye, you're presented with a smooth rock face depiction of a dark, almost onyx slate coloration of an ore that was refined into building material, very similar to what you had found many months ago. And initially looking upon it, you see it take the shape of an archway, an empty archway that just spans out, and through the other side you see the far east horizon. But sort of in the center of it, cracks of orangish yellow lightning sort of emanate from one side to the other and sort of connect and spread throughout the rock, sort of glowing in this like almost lava-like coloration through the veins of the ore, with a small sort of small like dark cloud beginning to formulate in the center of it. And you see a tall, pale woman with her hair tied back tight, but like streaks of black, either hard to tell, either makeup or tattoos that sort of decorate her face. And she sort of walks around in a elegant royal blue dress with a tome under her left arm, and she just sort of looks around and then suddenly up to the sky, and then over her shoulder, which you swear all is peering right back at the three of you.
Fuck.
Oh, that's not good.
Somebody has pierced the veil. We should be good hosts and welcome our guests.
Oh no.
I don't want any more dinners with orcs.
Malvhor just gives a little shy wave.
As she reaches out towards off to the side of the structure, you see a very large crystal sphere. It's a very dark bluish orange sphere that she reaches out to, and it formulates a cloud within it. Something very similar that you saw in Kirthungul with Mordu. But there's a very, very larger one.
It's a
Palantir?
Palantir.
It is.
Yep.
Dear Captain, I do believe that your friends are not where you thought they'd be. Fear not, I'll treat them well. And there'll be nothing more than fuel for the fire.
And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh.
Where did they think we were gonna be?
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about.
We came this close to. It'd be so cool if we got through this without tripping any alarms, but like the moment we stepped in, 3 of us fail.
We probably should have known better.
The three fails were a big tipping point there.
Yeah.
Now it's just guns blazing.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
Damn.
But that is where we're going to wrap up tonight, and we'll pick up next week as you guys do your damnedest to accomplish your goal, or perhaps augment what you were trying to do. But at least one person, seemingly, if you were to take the visions in your head as truth, is aware of your presence. But we'll see where that goes, and what, pray tell, she might have in store in this mausoleum, this temple in the east that once was built for a king known as Kabul.
Kabul.
That's totally
Yes.
going to be a trivia question.
Yeah, I was expecting the answers to the riddles from last week to be a trivia question. I'm like, that's gonna be my redeeming. This is where I'm gonna get it because I had all the answers written down. And I'm just like, nope. Oh well.
No, not tonight. But that's all from us. And we did our announcements already, so thank you all so much for joining us. We'll be back next Tuesday to continue on this perilous journey. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for the gift subs, Inky. I saw that at the top of the hour. Or
We
top
had a
of the
hype
stream.
train.
Yeah, there was a lot going on that I
solid
didn't
hype
have time
train.
to pay attention to, so I apologize. But thank you so much for everyone who was here. Thank you for the gifts. And I hope you enjoyed it. That's all for us. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and stay proficient.